This is a very special ceremony for us at Bernalillo County and for the whole valley and all our communities here in Albuquerque. We celebrate the new name of the North Valley Library, which will now become known with great excitement, the Rudolfo Anaya North Valley Library.
I've, of course, enjoyed the writings, and so have my children, of Rudolfo Anaya for many years, and today's an event that's very important to me personally. And as was mentioned some time ago, I think it was back in September, I received a letter from former county manager Juan Vigil regarding the idea of changing the name. Of course, I offered my support, and we moved the item through the renaming process. And my colleagues on the board, the commissioners, I want to thank them. They joined me in supporting the renaming proposal. It was a unanimous vote.
Yeah, I know last night I was thinking, why is the reason that we want to name a library after Rudolfo Anaya? And I started thinking about stories that he had told me. He said that as growing up as a young man in the rural parts of New Mexico, he had a great contact with nature, la naturaleza. But a teacher opened up a small lending book library in his hometown. And it gave him that opportunity to explore new worlds, to explore beyond la naturaleza. These books that he borrowed from the library provided him with escapism, something that you all need, that we all need, in searching for new and profound worlds. However, these books, in his readings, he couldn't see himself there. So with his writing, in his novels and his children's books, he has provided us with characters and stories that reflect the values of us as heroes, as us as heroines, as individuals whom we can identify with.
The libraries were important to me. At Albuquerque High, we used to have I don't know what they called it, timeout or rest period, or that you spend an hour at the library and you're supposed to do your homework. All the guys from Martinez Town and Barelas and La Ruca, they found out that I could write. So they would come to me and say, "Hey, Rudy, why don't you write me a note for that girl over there? I really like her." So I would write the note and he'd pass it on, and pretty soon the girl was looking at me. She knew who had written the note.
Rodolfo Anaya is just a tremendous role model. As I said, I've been involved with the Cultural Center for many, many years, and that's what the Cultural Center is all about. It's about preserving and sharing this wonderful, beautiful culture called Hispanic culture. No one does it better than Rodolfo.
The North Valley Library opened with Master of Ceremonies Juan Vigil on May 14th, 1994. Here's the opening day agenda. Today we're here to name this library after one of our most outstanding New Mexico authors. This is a tradition with the libraries seen in 3 of our other buildings where we honor authors who have made major contributions to the literary canon of New Mexico. Hence, we have the Ernie Pyle Library, the Erna Ferguson Library, and the Tony Hillerman Library. I'm thrilled that the Bernalillo County Commissioners have chosen to honor Rudolfo Anaya in this way on this building, and I'm humbled that this library will share his name.
Zimmerman Library at UNM became so important to me, sitting there in the West Wing and with those furnitures and vigas, and a sense that I belonged there. And that wasn't very easy for a lot of Chicanitos in those days. That feeling of belonging is very important.
I have to say, I've thought a lot about Rudolfo Anaya and his literature, and it's through his artistry and genius. He took his story our New Mexico history and told our story. And so brilliantly, because you started in Bless Me Ultima with the rural New Mexico life and the migration to the city, Harbatzlan, and he speaks for all of us in so many ways, the Chicano experience, the New Mexico experience. And it's something that we share generation to generation with great pride.
The naming of this library, I think he's received a lot of honors, but I think he will tell you, is a great honor, not just for the Rudolfo Anaya, who has received as many honors as anybody could, but for Bernalillo County and Albuquerque itself.
He has stated in one of his interviews that our kids need something closer to them, the cultura, the New Mexico setting, Owl in a Straw Hat. That's when he wrote that book. Libraries are important to Rodolfo. These are places where children, adolescents, ancianos, people old like me, can explore new ideas, be exposed to new people, new cultures, and even find romance, as he can attest to.
I used to go back to summer classes, and this is after I graduated. And one summer I was taking a class with this beautiful woman. Her name is Patricia.
Oh, yay.
So we would, I think she captured me.
I wish you were here.
I think it was the other way around. It was mutual. And after class, we were studying folklore, and she said, "Could you tell me some of those old stories?" I said, "Sure, let's go to the library." Instead of to Jack's.
Rodolfo, gracias for sharing with us the wonderful experiences of your novels, for giving the chamacos fables they can read and ponder the issues of good and evil, the right and wrong, and see that they are valued. We look forward to your new book and find out how Chupacabra outwits Billy the Kid.